walk in, this is what you see. I have a couch and some cool paintings and a chair and another couch. Obviously, we're still a work in progress. The rest of my dog's toys and his bed are not currently here, but currently use this area for it, so you can look out the window. Really likes looking out the window. So that's where I put my backpack when obviously I'm here, and this is where I have my school stuff, just my binder with all of my classwork, my chemistry textbook and my physics textbook, and just miscellaneous school items. So then this is the bedroom that I'm currently in. My bed is not made. And then this is my little desk. I have a journal, to-do list, tons of gum, hand sanitizer, of course, some jewelry, a comic book, tissues, and my Polaroid, which this is an Instasax Mini 9. I bought it refurbished off Amazon for literally half the price, and it works just as well. And my Monk Focus pen, which has become one of my favorites. This is what it is good for, and that has really helped me stay focused, obviously, in this hard time. And my closet, hi, I'm not filming on a camera, don't judge, is actually really, really good, a lot bigger than mine at home. I actually don't have one, so that's pretty cool. My falsettos, hoodie, and just some of my clothes, my suitcase, and a bag for dirty clothes.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
I really love this little painting of a cat near my bed. I absolutely love cats, and I'd love to have one day. Hi everyone, it's the next day, Monday the 6th, I believe, and it's almost 9 a.m., so we should be leaving somewhere in the next hour, taking Frankie, my dog, over to my dad's house. He's gonna watch him. And so I emailed my roommate a few days ago just asking how he was like dealing with this, where he is with school and all that stuff, and he said that he had moved out the last week, and he said he'll come back in early May, which is when our school ends, to like take any tests or hands-on classes if he needs to, and clean out the apartment. And honestly, even though we weren't too close, he is so nice, honestly. And I remember jokingly saying to my mom and aunt, when, like, over the summer last year, when we were, waiting to see who my roommate would be, and we had to fill out like surveys and such. And I remember jokingly saying, like somewhat sarcastically saying, I want a roommate who doesn't look at me, doesn't talk to me, and like doesn't acknowledge my presence. And I said that half sarcastically because that is kind of what I want, and that's what I got. And I know that might make him seem rude, but he's not. He's really kind. I think he's just shy. So I am gonna miss having him as a roommate. I think he's graduating this year, so that's too bad. But yo, if you're watching, I'm gonna miss you, even though we weren't close, and I hope you're doing well. Before I forget, yes, I'm taking Frankie's stuff over to my dad's house so we can watch him while we are moving. And this is my bag of like essential stuff that I need to bring with me, like wallet, keys, charger. I emptied out my backpack and my luggage, my suitcase, to take extra stuff, and my mom's bringing some bins, so that is why I have a little mess over here. And I'm drinking a ton of coffee because I'm gonna need it. Hi everyone. So it is now 8:45 in the afternoon. Sorry I didn't really vlog the rest of the day, but it's pretty uninteresting. So I have 3 boxes left and I'll show you around in a minute. But firstly I just want to talk about a couple of things. So obviously in those clips you saw me wearing a mask. It was my mom's idea, however, I do think it was a good idea. Also, my apartment complex smelled disgusting. And I don't blame my roommate because there's always weird smells like weed and whatnot, and no, he doesn't smoke weed. But like our apartment smelled like cigarette smoke, and I was just like, I don't think he smokes. He hasn't been there for a while. So that was really confusing, and also it just smelled like bleach, something rotten. I don't know, it was really, really disgusting. So actually having the mask on helped a little bit with that. And we did have to go to a pet store really quickly because we had some credit. I don't know when I'm gonna be back, so we got some like vitamins for my senior cat. So yeah, and my dog stayed with my dad and he was a really good boy, and so I'm sure you can hear him in the background. So now we're both here and we're just I'm just gonna finish unpacking the 3 boxes, and I've been working since 6:45-ish, so I think once I unpack those boxes, I'm gonna take a break and finish organizing tomorrow. Sorry, I look disgusting, but obviously I changed clothes to be just safe. So yeah, and I'm of course gonna take another shower before I go to bed. So I don't have like a ton of food in my refrigerator, but that's because I eat a lot at my mom's house. But these were the only kinds of milk that they had at the gas station, and there are no limits on how many you could buy. And I know someone could say, oh, I'm an asshole for buying 3, but that's equivalent to about how much I would buy a week, and I will not be going to the store for another week. Kind of weird is like when I smoked and when I lived here, I would always go to that gas station, so I know the employees and they're always so nice. And one of the ladies was working that night, and like she knows me, she knows I'm nice, and she had to like, when she was like checking me out, she like put a mask on. It felt like, I don't know, kind of sad. So anyways, if you can get anything from this, wearing a mask if you already have them or if you have contact with a lot of people isn't a bad idea, but don't go out and buy like mass buy things, because that is taking it away from people who need it. So really, if you live in a heavily lived in area, high population density area, I feel like Jeffree Star doing this, I really need to go to bed soon. Anyways, if you know, are an essential worker or living in a densely populated area, wear masks, but other than that, you probably don't need them, just FYI. Hello everyone, so it's the next day and I've mainly finished unpacking and organizing, and I think this will be the last bit of this video, so I'm just going to show you guys around. He is unbothered. He got this new cool antler, so he's pretty excited about that, and I will play with him after I finish filming. So this couch I'm mainly using for work. I don't have Wi-Fi, but like for editing videos and such, I sit here and I have my nice IKEA backpack. I'm putting some pins on it, and then over here I put all the books. These 3 books are from the lending library, and this is my personal collection minus my favorite book of all time, A Clockwork Orange, and I'm just about to start this cool comic book. So this has kind of become my dog space. He has, I have a lint roller because he gets fur everywhere. That's where I keep his food and water, and I just have a couple things I'm taking back. And then I planned to put my tapestry on this wall because I have a lot of space, and otherwise this area is about the same. I just have some stuff there. I put away everything in the cupboard, so this is looking better in my opinion, and my bathroom is about the same. I just have like personal care stuff under there, and then there's a little room behind my shower where I'm keeping stuff like a plunger and whatnot, extra toilet paper. And so in my bedroom, I have my Paddington 2 poster, and I put up my A Romantic Pride flag and a calendar. I made my bed this morning. And then this little place, the light is really bright, so I appreciate that because I don't really have a light in here. I just have some basic makeup stuff, some pens, my Monk pens, and that's about it. And here, clearly, I have some extra stuff. My cute little alarm clock, my jewelry, my one and only like physical piece of decoration, my speaker, which I can't really use with my current location, and then I have 2 playbills which I need to put up. And I still don't really have an organized place to put my school stuff and my office supplies, but I cleaned it up a bit. I'm planning a video. I still need to work on the script about my mini dissection kit because I think it's really interesting. And I still need to hang some stuff up, but I don't have all the right pieces. So this area in my closet's kind of a mess. I have 2 like sweaters I need to hang up. I have 2 backpacks, my messenger bag, and this bag. And I did DI, Destination Imagination, in high school. I was on an engineering team, and it was a great time. We got 3rd in like the engineering portion, and 13th, all out of 100, worldwide in like our performance, which I got to sing stuff, I got to help with the engineering stuff, and I worked really hard. So I have a bunch of pins that I'm going to put on my backpack. And DI really made me who I am. I swear to God, I would be so different without it. So I'm really grateful I got to have that experience in my junior year of high school. And then again, I still said this is a work in progress. That is Frankie, my dog stuff. This is like pajamas, need to find a place for them. This is dirty laundry. This is all my socks and underwear. Don't want to show that on camera, obviously. And then that's my cute little suitcase. And the majority of my clothes are hung up. And this is school stuff, anatomy and physiology and physics, which are classes I'm going to take this summer. My laptop case, the rest of my calendar. This is just miscellaneous stuff like coins and such. This is Adam and Eve, which I didn't know I was going to put in this video or not. Since no one's watching at this point, I just want to say, if you are bored, let's just say, and you need a little happiness in your life, guess what you can do? You can visit adamandeve.com. I used Trisha Paytas' code, which is just Trish, and I got 50% off and some awesome free stuff. And then I have camping supplies, unused notebooks, which I just want to show you this one. They're not very interesting, but one of my celebrity crushes is Post Malone. Maybe that's weird, but I just think he's adorable, and he's like the sweetest guy ever. I like fell in love with him when he was on the H3 podcast, and this is my Vivo Key Part 2, which I want to do a review about because a lot of people are like not familiar with this kind of stuff. Let's just say I'm going to be a cyborg the next time I can afford to go to New York and all this crazy shit is over. And this is a camera to see my dog with. I'm having trouble setting it up because I don't have access to the router, and I obviously don't have Wi-Fi in my current situation. I do want to address something because even though I'm a very small channel and I don't get many views, I want to say something about wearing face masks. Jesus. I don't think personally most people need to. However, I think it's a good thing if you're going to places like Walmart. And I think I've said this, I don't like my apartment complex. Fuck it, I'm not living there anymore. But when I went there, I was so freaking scared because usually the complex smells like weed because guess what? It's a college campus. Of course, it's going to smell like weed. It always smells like weed or eggs. Very weird combination, but it's never smelled good. And so I've been very accustomed to the smell of marijuana and the smell of eggs because that's what my apartment complex smells like. But it never, hi bub, it never smells like anything else besides that. And it smelled like, my mom said it smelled like bleach. I'm not super familiar with that smell, I just know it's shit. And it smelled like rotting food. I've had the unfortunate experience as, you know, a healthcare, working in a healthcare related field for my major kind of, and I visited morgues and stuff, and I know rotting flesh when I smell it. It wasn't quite that bad, but almost, and obviously I would know if there was someone with a coronavirus or whatnot in my apartment complex. At least I hope so. And I don't think there was a rotting body or anything, but that was just a horrifying experience because I have an anxiety disorder and a couple other things in my mental health that caused me to have a lot of anxiety. And I don't have OCD, but I have a couple OCD-like things, like I can't step on cracks, and if I say touch something with this hand that's like really cold or rough or hot or whatever, I have to touch it with my other hand. So I have a couple like odd quirks that cause me to have anxiety and be a little quirky. So that caused me some anxiety, but this video is going on too long. I just wanted to say, get into a hobby, take care of yourself, practice good hygiene. Full honesty, with my depression, it is hard as crap to shower some days, hard as crap to, change into clean clothes, and I know that's disgusting, but, this is a good time to just make sure that your depression or whatnot is not affecting you in this way. I know it's hard. Sometimes it's like I literally have to force myself to get into the shower, and I'm like, I haven't been anywhere today, I don't need to take a shower, I can do it tomorrow, but do it. So I know that's gross, but I just wanted to be real with you guys, and if you've made it to the end, thank you. I wish I could get an Adam and Eve sponsor or Vivoki sponsor, but I'm irrelevant in the grand scheme of the YouTube community. So thanks again, have a good day, do your best. I really care about everyone who's subscribed. I really mean it, because there's so few of you, so of course I can care about all of you. So yeah, hit me up on Instagram if you need anything. A lot of people comment things on my videos, like asking for advice. I know it sounds weird, or saying they relate to a certain thing, and I love to chat in the comments, but if you really want to have a discussion, please DM me on Instagram. I'm not super active on there, but I check it a lot more than my comments. So, final shot of my dog playing with his new toy. Frankie, you can also follow him on Instagram. Link is in the description. Bye.